Hello. In this lecture, we will study the relationship between the refractive indices, image distance, and object distance for the convex and the concave spherical surfaces when the object is in denser medium. Now, first we start with a numerical. A light from a point source in air falls on a spherical glass surface whose refractive index is 1.5 and the radius of curvature is 20 centimeter. So in this question, N2 equals to 1.5 and N1 as it is in air is 1. Radius of curvature is 20 centimeter and the distance of the light source from the glass surface, that is a U, equals to 100 centimeter. We have to find out V. Now use the sign conventions. Now radius of curvature, since the surface is a convex surface, so the radius of curvature lies on the right hand side, so it is positive. Object is on the left hand side, so it is negative. Use this relation, put the values, it is mu1 upon minus u, that is 1 upon minus 100 plus mu2. Mu2 is 1.5 upon V, that is, we have to find out mu2 minus mu1, 1.5 minus 1 upon R. Now solve it. It is equal to 1 upon 100 plus 1.5 upon V equals to 0.5 upon 20. That is 1 upon 100 minus 0.5 upon 20 equals to minus 1.5 upon V. 100 is common. 1 minus 2.5 equals to minus 1.5 upon V. It becomes minus 1.5 upon 100 equals to minus 1.5 upon V. That is V equals to 100 centimeter. Okay. Hopefully you are able to understand this type of numerical and you can solve all numericals of same type. Now let us move forward. Now the spherical refracting surfaces when the object is in denser medium. Surface is a convex surface and the image is forming on the other side. So the image is a real image. So this is the expression for the refraction at a convex surface from denser to rarer medium and the image is a real image. Now first see how can we draw the diagram. Say it is a convex surface. This surface is a convex surface. Object is in denser medium. This is of refractive index mu2, mu1. The ray of light is incident at this point. Center of curvature also lies on this surface. To draw the normal, join the center of curvature with the point. And the angle between the incident ray and the normal is the angle of incidence. As it bends away from the normal, so this will be the position of image. And this is the angle of refraction, that is the angle between the normal and the refracted ray. The angle which the incident ray make with the principal axis is represented by alpha. The image with the principal axis is represented by beta and the normal with the principal axis is represented by gamma. First we derive the relationship between the I, alpha and gamma. It is the angle of incidence. So in this triangle, right? Which angle is the exterior angle? gamma is an exterior angle, so gamma is equal to I plus alpha. And in this triangle, this is R. R is an exterior angle. So R is equal to gamma plus beta. From this, I equals to gamma minus alpha, R equals to gamma plus beta. According to the Snell's law, mu2 upon mu1 is equal to R upon I. So, I into mu2 equals to R into mu1. Now put the value of I and R, then replace the alpha, beta and gamma by tan alpha, beta and gamma, and all method and the procedure is the same as we have done previously. Now the next is a refraction at a convex surface from denser medium to rarer medium, and image formed is a virtual image. In this case also the result is the same as in the previous case. How the diagram is formed? It is a convex surface. Image formed is virtual, so object lying close to the pole. It is an incident ray, and to draw the angle of incident, join this point with the center of curvature. The angle between the incident ray and the normal is the angle of incidence. This ray bends away from the normal, so this will be the position of the image. And the angle between the refracted ray and the normal is the angle of refraction. The angle which the incident ray make with the principal axis is represented by alpha. Image makes with the principal axis by beta, and the normal makes with the principal axis is gamma. In this case, the relationship is I equals to alpha minus gamma, R equals to beta minus gamma. And again using the same relation, mu2 I equals to mu1 R. It is a medium mu2, this medium is mu1. Put the value of I and R, it becomes mu2 alpha minus gamma equals to mu1 beta minus gamma. Now replace alpha and gamma by tan alpha, tan gamma, and beta by tan beta, gamma by tan gamma. Put the values by dropping a perpendicular here and solve it. Sign convention remains in all the distances measured in this direction taken negative, distances measured in this direction taken positive. Result is same. Now the third case, when refraction is from a concave surface and the ray of light is going from denser medium to the rarer medium. In this case, the surface is a concave surface and object lies in a denser medium. This is a denser medium. Whatever be the position of the object, the image is virtual. So it is an object. Say this is the center of curvature. This will be the angle of incidence as it bends away from the normal. So this will be the position of the image. This angle is alpha, this angle is beta, this angle is gamma. And the relationship is I is equal to alpha plus gamma and R is equal to beta plus gamma. Rest of the derivation is same and the result is also the same, that is mu2 minus u plus mu1 upon v equals to mu1 minus mu2 upon R. Expression for the object in rarer medium is same. Whether the surface is concave or convex, image is real or virtual. In all the three cases, the relationship is same. And similarly, the expression for object in denser medium is same whether the surface is convex or concave, image is real or virtual, and the expression is minus mu2 upon u plus mu1 upon v is equal to mu1 minus mu2. Here, in these two expressions, the mu1 and mu2 get interchanged. Here the mu1 is replaced by mu2 and mu2 is replaced by mu1. While solving the numerical problem, the values of u, v, r, etc. must be taken with the proper sign conventions. Thank you and have a nice day.